let me see. What? I have a script. Hold on. Let me see.
It might look darker around me than what you're going to see later.
Right? Colors may vary.
My name is Yev. I'm passionate about ranch dressing and voting.
I was noticing your shirt like the whole session.
These flavors don't run.
Every time I look at you, just ranch.
I mean, vegetables are just
Very
a
good.
vessel to get the ranch in the body.
They're
So,
a delivery mechanism.
Hello and welcome to the second episode of Dicening, Atariks crew. And I am Tony. I go by Hatter on the social medias at H47773R. Mileage may vary. Don't at me. I mean, please at me, but like, I was in high school. Anyway, I will be game mastering for this August collection of individuals this evening. Let's go ahead and start with the individual who is passionate about ranch and voting.
I am. My name is Yev. I go by YevP on all of the social media sites, and I'll be playing Rayldur. And
Excellent.
I am passionate about ranch and voting.
If you couldn't tell. Moving along, let's see. Let's go to the young lady with the green hair with the headphones on.
Oh, that's me. That's me. Hello. I'm Elisa. I go by Miss Elisa Face on the social medias. And I'm playing Hazel, Harry Weather, nerd. Very respectable name.
That name. Okay. Here, I'd forgotten that name, and it was quite a shock. What are you doing? What are you doing in my house?
That'll never get old.
No, I hope not.
My name is JC. You can call me JC. I go by JC. I'm playing Karvis.
Those dulcet tones. And how about the young lady with the green hair who's not wearing headphones?
I am Lisa. I go by Miss Lisa, or that's Miss Lisa on social media. I play Klesh.
Excellent.
Just happy to be here.
Who's that?
I think that's me. I'm Lynn. I'm Sailor Trashface and Legs McCoy on all social media. I'm playing Polytheria Rosali, but she goes by Polly.
And so, we begin.
DM's counting. Never go when the DM starts counting.
Oh yeah, I should do that. Yeah, okay. All right, cool. So, oh no, that's good. That's all right. Okay, so let's all right. Ooh. Okay. All right. So, as you guys argue back and forth about how valid certain plays that are being performed in Gravesport are indicated to the other written scripts, and which interpretations at different playhouses had a better idea of the playwright's original intention. Very fine, informed, intellectual conversations. Tugging your steeds through this bramble and mishmash what was once a road. And we wait for the... Okay.
Sorry, Beach Boulevard.
Yeah, happens. Two different explosions of earth blast out next to you. Klesh, go ahead and make me a reflex save and an animal handling, please. Rayldur. Yeah. Let's see here. I'm guessing...
What's reflex now?
Reflex isn't in 5e.
Yeah.
A dexterity saving throw.
There you go.
Dexterity saving throw.
Not a thing.
Dexterity.
Yes, thank you.
And then Rayldur, make me a strength or dexterity saving throw.
Yeah. You got it.
19 for my dex and 7 for my handle animal.
10.
Will you please make me a dexterity save for Hopper? Let's go ahead and give him a let's give him a +4. I feel like he'd be solid.
7.
Ooh.
10.
It just switched.
10 for Rayldur?
Yeah.
All right. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, so that's
Like, what's my favorite train?
Mine is Exploding Earth.
Perfect. Very convenient.
3 and 3. Okay. So that's how much HP do you have?
Me?
Yeah.
Not a lot.
Ooh, okay.
Rude.
I'm just, just trying to gauge for what's happening here. Okay, yeah, okay. So yeah, okay. So Rayldur,
Yeah.
a large, gray, muddy, bloody.
If you throw a land shark at us, I swear to God, Tony.
Land shark.
Come to me. It looks like a bullet bolter with a maw lands on you for 15 damage.
A bullet.
Yeah, a bullet.
Got
And another one lands on Hopper for 8.
My baby.
Yes.
Oh
Um,
no. I didn't give Hopper hit points.
we're gonna say he has 15.
And you hit 8?
Yeah.
Ugh, monster.
Both of them appear to be torn up. Large gashes, gouges. You see things sticking jagged out of their hide. Scorch marks. It looks like they've been through some things. In the moment that you have after they land, after bursting forth from the earth. Roll initiative.
Oh god.
Okay.
And before anyone adds me on Twitter, they made boss stealth check, so I didn't even have everyone roll.
That's not a real thing.
It's just a 20, extra 20, right? Unless you have a plus.
Yes, which you do not.
Oh no, I have 5.
No, I have 11.
Oh, okay, that's better.
I have a 9.
I do not have 11 fingers.
Initiative. What is it? Oh, it's just okay. Karvis, what's your initiative? She's looking up stats for the massive.
Oh, sorry. My
All right. Hazel.
Hazel is a 5.
Good tank. All right. Polly.
9.
Same as you had last time. That's weird. All right, Rayldur.
Yeah.
18.
Ooh, you got better than last time. Damn. Klesh.
11.
Yeah, that's what
I believe in constantly moving forward and learning from my past experiences. Yes.
Rayldur, what's your dex?
Not applicable.
None of your damn business, sir.
Zero.
Oh.
You have no dex?
I mean, I have
All right.
a no dex. My swiftness appears to be average.
Out of the kindness of my heart, I will let you go first.
Okay. Great.
Are you still conscious?
What was that?
Are you still conscious?
Yeah.
Okay.
Painting a mind picture, I just got attacked by a land shark, a boulet.
I hate
Yeah.
you.
Boule.
Michael.
And it is currently on me. Am I on my horse? Did
No,
we
you
walk
got your
the horse
horse
together?
Walk.
Oh, I was walking the horse. True. Okay, so our attacks will just be off to the side. Cool. Yeah. So I will, pull out my Yikalwa and try to stab at it.
Wow, in front of the ladies. My, aren't we brave?
As you do. So, nope. It's going to be an 11
To hit?
Yeah, you're like it's the size of a barn. I'm totally gonna hit it, and then it feels like you just hit a log, and it sort of twangs in your hand.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, yike! One big yike.
Yep. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Love it.
All right, great.
It's all there is to me doing. Cannot do anything else. Well, can I actually?
Oh,
nope. Yep, that's good. I'm done.
okay. So you've never heard a land shark make these noises. If you've ever encountered a boule before, you likely are accustomed to the low thrum noise that they'll sometimes make when they're about to kill, or the telltale honk tone that they make at something's face before they eat it. These are other noises. There's weird pitches and variations in the tones as they jump at each other. One of them gets
Looting.
How many are there?
two.
Two. Okay.
One of them gets flattened under the other, and the one that wins on top takes a huge gash out of the other one's flank. Blood, gore, rock flesh just sort of sloughs off of it. And so that's their turn. Klesh, you're up.
Klesh pulls their rapier and goes to be getting it. It hurt my pony.
Hell yeah, it did.
I'm gonna attack the one that was more aggressive.
All right.
The one that won the battle.
Roll the hit.
I hurt my pony. My little Shetland. Does 16 hit?
Yes, roll damage.
What the bloody hell is my 8? There we go. Six points.
I feel
All right. Nice.
Oh wait, that's my rapier. 6, 7, 8. I was reading my longbow, yes. Because I have an extra +2 of my rapier.
Math. I'm doing it. Okay.
Math is hard.
It's fine. It's fine. It's only one of the things that I absolutely have to do for this game. Okay, Polly, you're up.
True.
How far away from the land shark? And how many land sharks are there?
There are 2 that you can see.
Mhm.
They are intertwined currently, and
Yeah.
they're about 45 feet away.
45 feet away?
Yep.
Okay, then I'm getting out my hunting rifle. And I'm going to try and shoot it.
Yes, I'll
Yeehaw.
Yeah.
What is
Pew,
this?
pew.
These creatures?
Boulets, they're the land sharks.
Ooh. 19 plus 8. I'm assuming that hit.
That hits. Roll damage.
The way you said that, so coy, so knowing.
Well, it's like when you have 13 AC and your DM goes, they rolled a 26. Does that hit you? And you're like, does it hit me?
That's gnarly looking.
That's 13 damage.
Just look it up right there.
I didn't look at anything else.
I mean, it's fine.
I didn't look at anything. I just wanted to know what it looked like.
You can look at the pictures.
Are you reading?
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to use the original stuff.
I'm just saying I wanted to know what it looked like.
It's going to be great.
You're gonna die. You're gonna die. You did the thing that DMs hate. This is it for you.
I mean, if we've been married for this long, he hasn't figured it out by now that I'm this person, then
I mean,
I don't know what to tell him.
it's really too bad. I liked Bane.
Eek.
Sorry, Polly, what was that damage?
13.
13. Okay, and were you shooting at the one on top or the one on the bottom?
I don't care.
You want to shoot at the one who won the fight or the one who is ripped apart?
I'll shoot the one that won the fight.
I
That
don't
was
think
my
they're,
thought too.
I don't think they're fighting.
I don't think they're fighting either, but that's not the point.
Okay.
Am I on mute?
No,
No,
I can hear you.
we're just ignoring you. Okay,
No,
Hazel.
Do you not hear you?
We can still
No, I hear you.
We can still hear you.
Yeah,
You're a little
everyone
quiet, but I hear you.
good over here. I mean, then you were really quiet.
Well, yeah, because I was actually just being quiet.
Okay, cool. Hazel, what
Yeah. So that means
Hazel.
earlier when Deanna came in and she was asking me questions, I wasn't muted.
No.
God. Okay.
I mean, you were very quiet.
Yeah,
I
like
didn't
we
hear
didn't hear what you said or
I
what was.
tried to mute it with my microphone instead of on the.
Oh,
Oh, I
Yeah.
might be doing something else then, so that might work. All right, Hazel, what are you doing?
All right, I'm gonna go in closer and take a swing at these guys with my longsword.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna take a swing at the guy on the top,
Yeah.
So jolly. I love it.
and it is 11 to hit.
Nope.
Oh.
It does not hit. All right. Well, I'm gonna take my bonus action.
You
I
and
hate to-
you and Rayldur both are like, yeah, thick,
Thick,
sturdy.
thick. All right. I would take my bonus action. I'm gonna cast recite one of my terrible poems and cast Healing Word on Klesh's pony because I hate to see a pony hurt like that. Thank you. So he's just gonna be in the middle of battle, just straight up after damaging thing is gonna be like, to see you well would be preferred. Let's fix you up with a healing word and send some healing magic and love to that little pony.
I, didn't
I'm
even-
sending his poetry.
I knew they had it loaded. It was great.
oh man, look at
The
everything.
person I'm hearing.
+3 to that heal.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Do. Okay.
Because Hopper hasn't wronged me, and she actually did a rhyme. So
I
that's worth
have not
it.
wronged you. I didn't know what it
All right.
looked like.
Okay.
So the normal roll would be 5 points, but then +3 was 8. 8 points of healing to the little pony.
Like half his HP.
We
Bye.
only got hit for 8, right?
Yes. For now.
Fine.
You're healing the pony.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Almost as if through impetus of the healing, it bounds away.
Hopefully it comes back.
We're gonna have to talk about like
Karvis, you're
just
up.
war theory and like
Yes.
Hopper is a part of this team as much as you and I.
Yeah, the rapier got through,
Okay.
and the bullet got through.
Okay.
It looked like you took the most damage.
One on top and one on bottom.
Yeah.
The one on bottom, does it look more injured?
Yes.
Okay. I would like to Eldritch Blast the one on the bottom.
Okay.
What do I roll to hit?
You roll a d20, and then you add your spell attack bonus, which is 6. It's this one / if you close that, it'll show it over on the right. Yeah, spell attack. In the middle, lower.
Oh, here.
Yeah.
Okay. for D20 plus 6.
Yep.
Whoa!
All right. Roll it again.
Really?
Well, sorry. Roll a d20 again.
Can I have a new D20?
No. You got a 1, didn't you?
I did!
All right. So this one's been on fire. So good luck with that one. We'll see if it does you any better than it's been doing me.
One of us is going to get hit.
I got a 2!
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
But it wasn't a 1.
See, you look up the monster the universe provides.
Yeah, he's looking at us and figuring out which one it's going to hit.
Oh no.
God damn it. Roll damage.
I don't want to.
It's okay. You won't need it.
I don't believe you.
I'm sad, so believe me.
I'm probably unconscious. It's very exciting.
Okay. So,
Oh, that's right. Rayldur got hit.
So plus 4. So
I see the problem now.
Oh,
so Hazel,
I have one more.
Oh, good.
so Hazel, you look behind you as you hear Karvis mutter mystical words, and you see her eldritch blast. What does it look like? Is it purple? Is it blue? Does it look like a pile of garbage?
yeah, it looks like a pilot.
Like gross black stinky sludge, right?
God.
Like the bottom of a trash can that hasn't been cleaned out. In fact, just
Oh.
But it's got an oily sheen, so
Yeah.
it's kind of pretty.
a little glittery. It's
Little rainbow.
yeah, it's got that. Yeah, like a raven's feathers, only smelly, and it's coming straight at your eyeballs.
It's
Oh my
not.
god.
But at the last moment, just as you're afraid that it might smell worse than it hurts, it like veers like a curveball and slams into the boulette on top.
Really?
Yes.
Hey.
So
I don't understand what's happening.
she fired into melee and botched and rolled poorly, so something in melee was going to get hit that wasn't her original target.
I mean,
And to be fair, I included the other boulet.
that'll teach you.
Yeah. that'll be great. Speaking of which, your turn, Rayldur. Oh wait,
Okay.
is Bane going to take a turn?
No, Bane does not take a turn.
Smart. Rayldur, what's up?
So what I'm looking at are two boulets coiting.
Rayldur, how confident are you in that? Or are you just guessing?
I'm like 80% sure. But so I clearly I can't hit them. I'm going to cast Speak with Animal and ask them what they're doing.
All right, you guys speak with animal.
Yes, I do.
Let me just double check here. All right, Rayldur.
And I will state, pardon us for intruding what seems to be a private moment between the two of you. We meant no disrespect, and are hoping to give you the privacy you so desire. Mm-hmm.
So Rayldur starts making those low vibration noises out of his throat. It almost sounds like Tibetan throat singing a little, and a few low honks, like he's blowing his nose really awkwardly.
Oh no, he got hit really hard. He's sick. Yonk yonk.
Karvis is like, is he gonna join the party?
Get in there, Rayldur. You're a champ.
Is that how we're gonna defeat them?
Is this, you feeling this? You feeling this? So you attempt to reach out diplomatically, sort of close the door that wasn't locked that you didn't notice the sock on, metaphorically, and The things you hear in return, you
Never
have to
mind.
pay for a premium subscription for.
It's a fans only thing.
Yeah. So you don't think they're listening to you at all.
Great. Then I'll just start walking away, leading my horse, and then I will say in common.
So make me an animal handling check to grab Atariks and lead him away.
Sure.
What'd it
Happy.
say?
To do that.
I want to know. Rayldur, what'd it say?
15. I'll tell you when you're older.
Remember to get a hold of Atariks.
Yeah.
And, it's slow going, but you got started. So there you go.
Great. And I'll do the spinny finger.
You scrambling the fairies?
It's the international sign for it's time to wrap it up.
I look at him. I was like, "So you're not joining? You're not. Oh, okay. I mean, it's cool. Like whatever. But
Whatever you're into.
okay.
They're not.
Wait,
human.
just going. All right.
Yeah, we.
Do you need a bit of healing too?
They're busy. No, thanks.
You sure?
Yep. Positive.
Absolutely positive.
I mean, if you're bored, I suppose.
If you're doing all right, I'll save it.
Good. Great.
All right. Karvis, will you and Bane please make a strength or dexterity saving throw? The one that was losing extracts itself and lunges over a few of you. Attack of opportunity if you're in melee.
What's the
Does that mean me?
Yeah, who's in melee?
I think all of us, or I know I am. You're
I mean, I
maybe
am.
not. Your distance.
Oh, that was great. Thank you.
And you add that back. So, okay.
It might not be me. I
As
was like,
well as the one that was winning. So let me know which one you want to prioritize when we get back to that.
both of us are in range.
I was in the range. I was in melee range.
Okay.
I was slashing
And that one
with
for
my
Bane.
sword.
Yeah, I was also slashing with my rapier, so I'm in melee.
I was fine.
And I'm walking away.
You turned it back to it. Oh no.
You got a 10 as well. As a plus
Fell into the litter box.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Oh no. That dice is dead to you now.
I'll be back, guys.
What happened?
Fine.
Fell into the litter box.
Oh no.
Ew.
Ooh. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It touches nothing. We're fine.
Yes, babe.
It didn't fall in. It was just up against the edge of the outside. It's dark in here.
You should melt it.
I mean, if it had fallen in, it probably would have melted by itself. My cat is radioactive. I don't know what I feed this bitch. This cat, but
So
It was
both
like
you
the
and
little
Bane
cat.
take 7 damage
No, my
as it
brother.
lands on you both.
Oh.
so does an attack of opportunity give me advantage on a roll?
Nope.
I
I
didn't get it.
picked Bane up and put him on.
On your turn.
Okay.
8 was not enough to hit it, so I don't.
All right. Who else was taking a swing?
I don't think I'm in rage.
Yeah. I'm taking a swing. I was there. I was in melee. Let's do it. Oh. Okay. 16 plus 6. So that is a 22 to hit.
Were you gonna go for the winner or the loser?
Oh, the winner.
All right. Roll damage.
All right. Okay. 6 plus 5. So that is 11 points of damage. Hey, that's the winner.
It's
I
sort
can
of
do math.
dirt behind the one that hit you two, and is sort of like huffling to try and get back up. Klesh,
Yes.
you're up.
Stabby stab. Or slashy slash.
All right, so you move to get to the new melee area. Are you going for a winner or loser?
The one I hit last time, so winner?
Yeah, winner.
So I wouldn't have to move. Did winner move too?
They both move.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh dear.
Oh, thanks for reminding me.
I do have to melt this dice because it just rolled a 1.
Yeah, it's first.
Yeah, and after the winner landed behind the loser, it took another chunk out of its haunch.
Okay.
So that's
I rolled a 1.
Oh boy, roll again, please.
Mm-hmm.
Let me know the result.
17.
Okay, you're fine.
Okay.
Nothing bad happens on that one.
No. Let me get a new set of dice. I'll be back.
All right, Polly. The target is a bit closer now, within a yard or so. You could melee it if you want, or you could not.
My melee is not very good.
Fair.
Wait, were we not running? I thought we were leaving. Are we not leaving?
Well,
I'm looking at Rayldur and I'm like, are we not leaving?
Yeah.
I'm leaving.
I was like, Karvis looks at you and she's like,
I'm standing with my gun. I'm like, what am I doing?
Karvis took some damage. She was gonna leave, but then it like
shoot her or not?
smacked her.
I'm like looking directly at Rayldur and be like, what do we do?
Just shoot it. Just shoot it.
I guess I'm gonna shoot it then.
You're shooting at the winner or loser?
I mean, I shot the winner last time, so I guess I'll stay consistent.
All right, winner it is.
16 to hit?
Hits, roll damage.
Okay. My d10s. Mm. 19, 20, 21. 22 points damage.
Nice. So what does it look like when your hunting rifle takes down a boulet?
Probably real gross. It probably is like a spray.
That's fair.
Yeah, no, we could definitely see where maybe a large wound at the back of its head was already present, and your round found purchase there to then expose the rest of its brain cavity, sort of giving a nice Pollock spray to the surrounding environs. So there's
Probably goes gross.
Hazel.
Yes.
Are you going to join the fray as well, or are you going to follow Rayldur slowly walking away?
He told me to shoot it.
Well, I try to, listen to those in charge, so I'll follow Rayldur.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay. My boy Bane is there on the ground, just...
Yeah, he's almost dead.
Oh no! Wait. Okay, I'll follow Rayldur, but on my way, I'll shoot my
You have to
other.
go the opposite way.
Yeah, we're behind you.
Oh no! Okay, I can't. Poor Bane. All right, I'm gonna run out to Bane. I'm gonna run to Bane. I'm gonna go to see you and would be afraid. Let's pick you up with a healing word, and we'll do a little quick, terrible poetry at Bane and get this dog back on his feet.
Okay.
I look over back at Rayldur and be like, sorry. Dog.
What's the deal on that?
That is a 1d4 plus 2, so let's do it. Okay. 3 points to the dog.
It's okay.
He heals 6. He heals 6.
Okay. And then I look at him and I was like, go. Like, I just want him to like run forward away.
You've never heard a pitch that high come out of him, and he just bolts towards Rayldur.
Yeah.
Hazel kind of reacts like, me? Go?
Yeah, go.
Okay.
Sure.
Run with the dog.
Karvis, you're
Are
up.
we leaving or not?
I grab Hank and I'm all like, come on, buddy, it's time to go.
Handle animal.
13.
13 to handle animal.
Yes.
You're managing to wheel him in the right direction, but he's still it's still a bit of a fight with you and Hank. You're going around the boule and not directly away from it, which he has some issues with. But you're making there's right. Bane is barking at something from that's coming down the road. Rayldur and Hazel both noticed that from where you were headed, a small crew comes hustling up the road, and you see one of the figures, someone who looks like he's in like red scale armor, holds up a horn and blasts it as he runs, and the other few people with him. Nope. JK, my bad. Yes, some guy on the back of a dwarf, like a human person, riding piggyback on a stout dwarf, blasts a horn, and the horn sounds a little weak, like it's not terribly inspiring, I'll be honest. But you notice two black dragonborn stop, and one of them pulls a bow and arrow and aims it towards the group. Rayldur, you're up.
What a stupid day. Already. God. I don't care what's happening with the boule or that we're healing a dog.
Hazel just needs a short rest.
I'll look at the human dwarf rider, which is the thing that I said just now, and we'll hail them. Hail there.
All right.
So do the little figure again, flying your hand.
Hi.
Great.
What's
So
up?
you hailed them. The dwarf sets down his rider,
Mm-hmm.
and
I feel like this is if Rayldur were riding my shoulders.
yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
And you see the arrow let fly, as well as a small blob of acid come shooting out of the other dragonborn's hands into the group, and they splat and thwap into the losing boule, doing look at them. Look at that. And the dwarf appears to be hustling into the group. He appears to have a hammer at his hip that he's unlatching. Cool. Let's see what happens next. Exciting. Okay. The losing boule
Melts.
attempts to hug the dead boule.
No.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it seems to have a lot of success, quite frankly. Klesh, you're up.
Gonna sheathe my rapier and hop my little legs out of there.
All right, so you move towards the dwarf rider.
Yes.
All right. Polly, you're up.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with these people. I'm very confused. I'm looking at Rayldur and like shrugging. Like, what are we doing?
Just kill.
Nobody knows.
Just kill the thing.
The boulet thing?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I shoot the losing one. I don't understand why, but I'll do it.
I don't know anymore. Everyone's incompetent. It's weird.
I'm doing my best.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Rude.
Ooh.
I shoot the losing one.
Roll the hit.
This is so stupid.
You have advantage due to its current situation.
Oh God. Okay, I assume a 17 plus 8 hits it.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay.
Yes, my love.
See that damage?
Okay, I'm working on it.
Yeah, okay.
You weren't muted again.
Oh, I'll tell you the cat.
That's 15 damage.
Just kidding.
You kind of saunter up to it, and you're just sort of like it's like the end of Old Yeller. You're like, oh no, I don't. This
Like,
is
I don't
wrong.
want it.
There's parts of this that are wrong.
It died doing what it loved.
I mean, I guess there's
Yeah, there's The dwarf sort of pants and huffs as he comes up next to you, Rayldur, and he goes, oh, hey there, don't you know?
Yeah. Hello?
Did you all make it out?
Ow.
Are you all okay?
Yep.
physically or emotionally.
Okay.
I think
Karvis
might need some help.
Who? What?
There's like I don't know. What's like? I'm down to 10 HP.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you got like something to take care of this? There's like a wound, it's like bleeding.
And as you sort of point that out, the dwarf goes, okay, and sort of like hustles over to you. And he's like, okay, so lay down and deep breaths. And he takes out like a field medic kit and he starts dressing the wound.
Hazel, can you do anything about this?
I actually cannot.
That's right. You cannot.
I spent my magic for the day. Sorry, a little tired. I can if you need anything sorted, sorting, I can do that. But
all Hazel needs is a short rest.
I'm going to walk over to Karvis and I will lay hands for 10 hit points.
So as you start laying your hands on Karvis, the dwarf puts his hand on your wrist. He goes, "Oh, please, could you please give some to the Fet Jarl over there as well?"
The what? Yes, absolutely, sure. I can do that.
How much does the bandaging heal?
Oh, it doesn't heal you for anything. It was just going to stabilize. It was just going to make sure you didn't keep bleeding out.
Oh.
It's proper first aid.
Okay.
But how much does Rayldur give you?
10.
10?
Okay.
Well, I'm back up to the knob.
Who was the dwarf pointing to?
The rider.
Yeah.
The human he was carrying.
I see. Yes, I will walk over to the dwarf rider and how does he look?
He looks bad. He's got a huge bloody wound in his side. He's ashen. He looks bad. Those of you who've been around this area know that a Fet Jarl, Fet-Jayr, JARL, is sort of like a viscount, sort of like a local, like somewhere above a mayor. Oh, this is Sasha.
Okay, grumpy one.
Yeah, this is not. There we go. Get the look. Yeah.
I miss Sasha.
Yep. So I will. I will walk over to the fifth Jarl, and I will cure wounds.
As you walk towards the fifth Jarl, the Dragonborn who had the bow is sort of laying on the ground, sort of like waves at you, and the other one sort of shuffles with you to the Fet Jarl and gives you a little thumb up with his talon.
Is the other Dragonborn hurt as well?
No, he's just pooped.
Okay. So the Fet Jarl can take D8. 11. No, that's not possible. 8.
As soon as that
Feelings.
that good Timora healing pumps into his system, color comes back to his face. You almost feel like his beard grows out a little more. Like he goes, oh, thank you. Whew.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Oh, who are you guys okay? Who are you guys? What?
We're great.
Do you guys have a livery? Are you wearing the badge? Like,
If there's a uniform,
you
to
tell
our
me,
team,
is that
we're
part of
wearing it?
Is it part of the uniform?
I don't think it's ever been required.
Then I wouldn't.
Holly's not wearing a uniform. She's got a cute little dolly dress on.
Klesh would be wearing a uniform if there was one provided.
Okay.
I would
Style.
like, not really. There'd be like.
And then I also have a satchel in my bag, and I probably have a few crests and stamps and things for our.
Yeah. Our scribe. I'll introduce
Hazel?
myself as. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just curious if Hazel was rocking the colors.
I think Hazel would rock some colors. Hazel would rock some colors.
So
If they look good on him, and they would.
Introduce myself as Rayldur of Atariks crew.
And he goes, "Oh, thank goodness. Oh, wait. You're not here for a bounty, are you?"
Not at the moment. Why?
Okay.
Do you ask? Are you bountiful?
He goes, No. I was afraid that there was a bounty out for the boulets. I think you were going to try and collect from me. Whew. Okay. Will you put the fan on low? Yeah.
You put a bounty on the boulets, and they also almost murdered you? Is that what I'm...
He shakes his head. He's like, no. I was afraid someone else put a bounty out for the boulets to take care of them, and I was being expected to pay for that as the
Fet Jarl. Understood.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
we don't care. I don't care.
You guys hear gross squelching thumps as the dwarf takes proof of the removal of the boulets from the area and sort of trudges back to the group. The bow dragonborn sort of shuffles back to meet up with the rest of this assemblage.
I'm gonna go find Hopper because he ran away.
Shortly after the thumps, your clicking and tutting, he comes right back.
Okay,
Hopper's a good boy.
he is a good boy.
I just look at Hazel, and I'm like, what did we learn? Did we learn? We didn't learn.
Save your magic
Mm-hmm.
in case the party is dying
The people. Yes, for the people.
for the people.
Hopper is part of the party.
You know, it's a sad little pony.
I think it's very sweet how much you care for animals.
But no, it's next time. I would have felt terrible if someone else had, gone down because of my
Right.
decision. So
Klesh digs into their bag and holds up 2 potions of healing and goes, I have these.
Mhm.
Karvis looks at Bane and is like, "Oh, buddy, I'm so glad you're okay. Go, please. Go. What is what's the character's name?
Hazel.
I was like, go thank Hazel. Go thank her for saving your life."
Ooh, as if propelled by the tail attached to him, you are nearly bowled over by affection.
oh, you're welcome, Bane. I couldn't have
would-
let you gone down.
I would like to tell Bane in dog not to encourage Hazel.
He looks at you and he's like, jealous?
No.
The tail continues to wag vigorously.
Oh, he's a good boy.
It slobbers on you, by the way.
I'm a good boy. I'm a very good boy. I am the best boy.
You are a great boy.
That's right, I know.
So glad you're okay.
So we
Thank
just
you,
see
you too.
Rayldur barking, right?
Yeah, Raildur's like, boof, boof, woof, woof. A bow roof.
No, it's real impressive, Rayldur. It's very impressive.
Normal.
Thank
This is
you.
very normal.
Yep. I'm a man of many talents.
I also speak many languages, but I cannot speak to dogs.
It's a special thing I can do. I picked it up in summer camp when I was a little boy.
Oh.
There are
So-
camps in the summer.
There are camps in the summer. Yes. It's where parents send you if they don't want you around and if you're not old enough to help them in the farm.
We
Yes.
had a farm. There were mushrooms.
Mm.
So while this exchange goes on, the dwarf hands a beak each to the dragonborn, who sort of just tie it off to their belt, and the dwarf kind of just flops on the road and dangles his head down, while the Fet Jarl and the 2 dragonborn stare at Polly.
Hello.
The dwarf goes, "You're staring." And both the dragonborns look at each other dead in the eyes like, "We weren't staring." And the Fet Jarl goes, "Apologies, we're not accustomed to your kind."
My kind?
Yeah, what kind is Polly?
She's the poly kind.
She's an awesome ear.
But she doesn't know that.
She's the bright angel-y type of a
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah. Did you ask them what kind?
Yeah. She just went, my kind?
And the Fet Jarl goes, "Yeah, sorry for the glares. Yes, he sort of like moves himself up to his feet since he's obviously no longer suffering from fluid in his lung.
Oh.
He goes, "Yes, I am Fet Jarl Verult, Genker Thuljan.
Oh, wow.
These are part of my crew, Chaz and Kraz." He points at the bow dragonborn and the caster dragonborn.
And your mount?
He sort of like does the neck don't gesture, and he goes, "And this brave dwarf is Tober Deepglimmer, cleric of Gond." Gond, some of you may know, is a crafting deity. The large blood and mud splattered tabard with a gear emblazoned on it would also tip you off to that.
Tinkering deity?
Of crafting, yeah.
Fancy.
That was Gaunt.
Yeah.
Lake of Gaunt.
Yeah. Tobr, T-O-B-R, is his name, and he's a cleric of Gond. You may or may not hear sniffling from the dwarf.
Sniffling.
Yeah.
Buddy?
Klesh pulls out a handkerchief and offers it.
Rough day.
He takes it and starts blubbering into it. The two Dragonborn also look down at the ground as if it's the most interesting thing ever. Yeah. Holly has her hand raised.
Ollie has a question.
Just
Only one answer? Sorry.
staring at me.
Since you're very lovely.
They're just not used to seeing pretty people. We're in the back country.
Hold on.
Everyone's all dirty and muddy here, you know.
Nice.
Verold, the
Speaking
The
as the
Earl.
old green one.
sort of steps around.
That automatic, that light?
Yeah.
Because it's solar powered?
Yeah.
Oh, how funny.
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
Verold steps sort of around his three crew and is sort of like, no. He sort of lowers his voice and he goes, no, as impressive as you are, and he starts at Polly, but sort of gestures to the rest of the group as you appear to have handled the boulets almost on your own entirely. He goes, there were quite a few more of us hunting those boulets.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not, we are a bit exhausted after the chase.
Klesh keeps rubbing the dwarves back.
It's pretty sad.
Yeah.
There's some loud, there's honks and it's a journey.
Klesh offers to braid his beard.
And you feel a sort of a shudder in the shoulders that's not right now, but maybe later.
I'm good at braiding.
How many?
It's two Dragonborn and who else?
Two Dragonborn, a dwarf, and a human.
How many
Walk
more
in the bar.
were there of you?
The Fet Jarl kind of coughs and he's like, 5.
5 more.
There were.
5.
There are now 5 less.
Yes.
There.
Sorry.
That's more than half. Yikes. Rough day.
He goes, rough couple days. If you're inclined, maybe we can make camp a little ways off the road here to rest up for all of us, and then I'd be glad to host you the next night at Genkit.
Would you tell us your story?
Is Genkit the closest town from here?
Yes, it is the next town on the road. It was once a major defense point along the road during the war. So a few of you are familiar with it, and you didn't think it was big enough to warrant having its own Fet Jarl, or at least not several years ago.
Happy to provide some protection overnight, I suppose.
He goes, absolutely.
Rayldur, they need companionship. And they'll tell us their story.
Yes, they can tell us their story, and Hazel can write it down.
I can write it down.
You're a traveler's tale. I'm gonna braid this dwarf beard, and it's gonna be an amazing night.
The Fet Jarl goes over to what's left of his crew, and sort of pats each of them on the shoulder, and he says, "Come on, lads, just another short walk, and we'll get that well-deserved rest." And they pull themselves back together. Tober? Is that what I named him? Yeah. There we go. I need to stop scrolling down. We're not there yet. Tober, puffy-eyed, just gross. And
you should ride Hopper.
if you sort of push him towards Hopper,
you were carrying a human. You can ride a pony.
Yeah, he doesn't object to it. He sort of scrambles on, and Chaz and Kraz sort of lean on each other, kind of adorably, as the lot of you sort of make your way off the road a few paces towards a small clearing, and the Fet Jarl, Veralt, he says, "There's not much to tell. We heard reports of a Boulay sighting, so I got everyone together who was willing to come along. Of course, there's still some defenses back at Genkit."
But you travel from Genkit?
Yeah, but only, we weren't out but half a day, and we realized that there was in fact 2 Boulays, which was not what we were at all ready for.
I believe they were trying to make 3 Boulays.
A third Boulay?
And you see Chaz hit Kraz, and you hear him mutter, "Told you." And then Kraz passes Chaz like 5 silver. And Veril continues. He's like, "We chased him up and down the country for a day or so, and it took a toll on us. And we encountered you just now, about 2 days later."
Here we are.
Yeah. So
Traveling for 2 days, and that's all you have to say.
if you don't mind taking the first watch, or first couple watches, that should let us regain some steam, and then we can take the last watches.
Maybe Klesh, maybe you can ask them about life in their town of Genkit.
I would love to know about Genkit. I have been to many towns, but I have not been to Genkit. Vibrating, like tell me your secrets.
So
Some people are just
Tober is silent the entire time. But between Chaz, Kraz, and Veralt, you find out that yes, Genkit is a noble post, well acquitted from the war and maintains its former glory. Make me an insight check, Klesh.
She's gonna believe anything they tell her.
I mean,
Actually, yeah, disadvantage.
Like, the town is only purple. Only hues of purple are allowed in Genkit.
It's beautiful.
So it's like an upside down Wizard of Oz type thing.
Mhm.
That's pretty much one of my my personality traits is like, oh yeah, you're right. Okay, an insight check.
Yeah. The rest of you notice that Chaz and Kraz share a knowing look when Petjarl Verald.
17.
Oh, you also notice the look, which leads you to somewhat doubt the validity of that last statement.
Why wouldn't
What?
they tell me the truth?
Well, you know, Verald, he might believe it, but it might not be true.
He just doesn't know better. That's sad.
There's a small
Doing his
town.
best.
There's a small town that's grown up out of the South Gate, and there is the medieval equivalent of a rest stop.
Okay.
Ye old horse hitch.
It's called the Gen Kit, or also known as the Plate, because of its sign with a plate on it.
They should have called it the junket.
And
Yes.
Kraz mentions that, yeah, Nis, Niss, makes a mean meat pie. And then sort of gets quiet, as does Chaz, and then Tober starts weeping again.
Mhm.
Nish is gone.
Aw.
Well, I am sure that the memory of her pies will live on in the stomachs of many who had eaten at her table.
Tober cries more,
Amen.
and Kraz goes,
Is it working?
No, Nis is fine. She stayed.
Oh. Good.
Her brother, maybe?
Kiddo.
Klesh
Yeah.
pulls out a giant map that's missing like pieces, and they're basically like bingo treasure hunting, and goes, "Where is your town on this map so I may draw it in? I have learned about a new place."
We're going to go there tomorrow. It's on the way.
Yeah, Chaz says as much. He's like, yeah, we're gonna stop there tomorrow if you want to get a better.
What if I told you could go there? You don't just have to hear about it. You could be there.
It's like Disneyland.
But yeah, Verald confirms that Nis's husband was among the 5 who didn't make it back.
Yeah, that's a bummer. Lost a lot of good men out there.
Karvis just looks really uncomfortable.
Yeah, Bane's just licking himself. That's the most
Yeah.
that he's very busy at it.
I'll turn to Polly and Hazel and just say, can you please set up camp and then take first watch?
I gotcha. I'm good. I didn't take a lick of
Yeah,
damage in
no,
that last
we
fight.
can do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Everyone
you.
rest up. And let's say a word to your fallen comrades. They did not, I'm sorry about your fallen comrades. They were very brave, and you will carry on their legacy.
I have heard tale of a group that you may want to seek out, Hazel. They're called the Toastmasters, and they may be helpful for your profession.
But
Tober, wait, Rayldur? Do you wear anything that sort of pegs you as a man of faith of any sort, or is it just the healing that might have tipped it off?
No, I have. I have a symbol.
Time more robust. Okay, cool.
Yep.
And So Tober sort of takes your hand and Hazel's hand, and he sort of like gives him a squeeze, and then he pulls a small sheaf out of his pouch, and he just hands it to whoever takes it.
Mm-hmm.
Rayldur, you see that it's 5 names scratched in charcoal.
You want me to say a prayer? Am I reading this right?
He sort of like exhausted, and he's like, I already did the rites. If you want to, yeah, sure.
Got it.
And he
I
sort
will.
of plops himself against a tree, and the 2 dragonborns kind of spoon him from both sides, and they sort of like curl up together like cats.
It's rest easy. Sun's getting real low. Just bed down for the night. Take a load off.
Yeah. So you see the names on the parchment say Brynrild, Allcroft, Haber, Vixby, and whether or no.
Whether or
Sorry.
no.
Whether or no, yeah.
Yes, whether or no.
Yep, just like that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, but I will pray to Timora on their behalf half-heartedly,
You
as is
say-
the Timoran way. What was that?
It's the say a little prayer for you. Just singing. Got a song for everything.
It's kind of like one of those like, hey, busy day today. Some people died before I knew them. Seemed like lots of people cared about them though, so they probably weren't shitty. Anyway, their names were Brynald, Fulkorth, Gabber, Visby, and whether or no. It was hard to make out the charcoal deciphering the writing. Anyway, if they have passed on past you, I guess, make it an easy journey. Yep.
Klesh is standing beside him with like their head bowed and like, yes, that's wonderful.
Amen.
Amen.
Actually, Polly might join in a way, no? Due to your upbringing?
Polly's busy setting up camp right now. Okay.
No?
So, was my mom particularly religious? I guess she was paladin.
Yeah, I'm like, bro.
I guess that's true.
Polly is following instructions.
I was gonna say, I thought I was doing what I was told.
No, hey, that's fine. That's fine too.
If she joins in, that's great. But if she does, then she will know that I'm like goofing around, basically. Like, yeah.
I think,
and I'll put the sheath down.
She was told to.
I'll put the sheath down by Tober when finished. I'm assuming he'll want it as like a relic or something.
Yeah. So
like a nice thing.
They pass out. The Fet Jarl sort of stays alert for a little bit till everyone's all set and settled in, and you guys set up your watch schedule, and he works out with you guys where they'll jump into the schedule near the end. And you guys rested up. So one long rest for Air Buddy.
Yay.
Hey.
Great.
So you get to recharge things and roll things, and it's good for those who have damage.
I have no magic.
And then
Yeah.
But you feel well rested.
Health lots back.
Bane is back to full health.
Sweet.
I'm gonna be able to draw a new place on my map tomorrow. So like I'm aces, guys.
Yeah. The night goes
Truly,
by,
this is your Super Bowl.
uneventfully. Most of the afternoon into the night, really, since there was so many overlap on watch. But that means you guys are ripping, roaring, ready to go early the next morning.
Mm-hmm.
Now that they've had a good night's sleep in them and the sort of like closure to what happened has been allowed to set in, the four of them are actually a fairly well-tuned machine. Chaz and Kraz are actually apparently jokesters, and they have sort of a grim sense of humor. They try and get Tober to join in, but he still seems a bit dour over everything. Yeah.
I'm actually gonna do something for Tober
No.
because I have limited telepathy.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna project like happy, peaceful thoughts at him and hope that it helps his demeanor.
Make me a persuasion check.
I have all the persuasion.
While she's doing that, and as you guys travel on down the road, you find out that Chaz and Kraz are shocking twins. They both survived the clutch of eggs they hatched out of.
Aw, 19, by the way.
Great.
19, nice. When a certain song gets sung by the group, Tober seems to hum along, so that's a good sign. But yes, Chaz and Kraz use the surname Ixfrek in reference to Duchess Frekta. You find out that Tober's actual last name is Dulufriv, which is Dwarven for deep glimmer. Holly, you notice that after the humming, Tober seems real taken with what you got going on behind you.
What I got going on behind me?
Yeah.
What do I have
It's
going
long
on?
and complex.
It was like her horse.
No,
Do you have a large weapon?
yeah.
Oh,
There we go.
the good word.
Yeah. And after a little while, if nothing is said about it, he sort of like veers towards your horse, and he's like, "Oh,
Hi.
where did you get that bear?"
Oh, my dad made it.
Oh, is he in the Gond?
Is he in the what now?
Sorry, the accent is kind of thick.
I'm used to all your dwarves being Scottish, so this is weird.
I know, right? I don't know where this accent is, and it's delightful.
I love it.
I think it's the Swedish chef.
It's a little bit the Swedish.
I think he's trying to be like Minnesotan, but
I like
Yeah.
that.
not quite.
It's somewhere between Stockholm and Milwaukee. So
Yeah.
Yeah, he points at the gear on his chest. He's like, "Your dad? Gone?
No, he just likes to make things.
Oh, is he from around here?
No.
Oh, how does it work?
Do you want to see?
Yeah,
Okay. Is there like a tree or something I can shoot at?
oh, absolutely.
Okay, then I'm gonna bust it out and just like pop one at a tree.
Yay! Responsible firearms. Yay!
Listen, she's a little bit of an airhead.
Yeah, he
She
like
should not have the firepower that she has.
he hops a couple feet off the ground after it goes off, and he's like, I meant like the inside, but like that's good too.
Yeah, but it won't work if I take it apart.
You don't know how to put it back together? Oh, okay.
It's kind of my dad's thing. You make someone and shoot him. Pew pew.
He goes, maybe, are you guys going to come back through Gekit?
I don't know. It's up to my boss.
Let me check my map.
Probably. If you came through this way, you're probably going to come back this way.
Unless you want to go around the long way, Captain.
The short way, right?
We'll be back through.
He goes, maybe on your way back through, you can let me know where I can meet up with your dad.
Okay.
Neat. He seems a bit more chipper.
I've got a littler one too if you want to see it. I hold out my pistol for him.
He's like, oh, and he takes it like it's a holy relic, because it kind of is to him.
Is she pretty?
Oh, does it have a name?
Suzanne.
Suzanne. Rayldur is so over this.
Klesh is so happy that he's better now.
Yeah, Chaz and Kraz are both looking at each other and they're like, Suzanne. Like, you tell us with love. It's in there. It's good. So yeah, you as advertised, there is a military post with a small moat and some cavalry lances that could use repair jutting out around it. And out in front of the south gate, there is a small town. As you march on in, a military force not much larger than reportedly what had come out originally comes out to meet what's left of the Fet Jarl's crew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can see that it's a skeleton crew. Children, well, not children, but definitely young people are manning this post, and a few vets who obviously fought in the last war and maybe should have stopped there. And then, lo and behold, there's a squat building that may or may not have been a barracks or a barn with a cloth sign, tabard, drape sheet maybe that has a plate painted on it, and it says Gen Kit in scratchy common. And yeah, the Veril says that he would welcome you into the post. However, there's not a lot of accommodations really, other than the barracks that are there, and would much rather gladly pay to put you up at the Gen Kit, as it's a bit more posh than the barracks inside.
Thanks.
Rayldur,
Mm-hmm.
permission to wander about and make a map?
Yep. Once we've dropped off our stuff, totally fine. Totally great.
Okay.
If anyone wants to make a knowledge history check.
I mean, I don't think it'll go well, but I'll do it.
I will do it.
I tell you,
I want to do it. Do I know stuff? I've been around. Oh, 19.
I rolled 2.
11.
You are definitely in a forest, Polly. Well done. Rayldur? Yeah, so Fet Jarl means there's a Jarl above him that is in charge of a larger area. Last you remember, it was Jarl Dromarth.
When you say of a larger area, you mean of Gankit and like surrounding towns, or just in Gankit? There's like a hierarchy.
No. There's someone above Gankit in a larger area, like you said the first. Yeah.
Cool. Dromard.
More of a Dromard. He was a guy, human guy in the war. He thought he died. Hazel.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. What did you roll, Klesh?
I have a 0 in it, and I rolled a 4.
Sweet. You know that you're in a town next to a forest.
I saw it.
So yeah. Hazel, you've been a little more abreast of modern events.
So many trees.
You know that the area is now ruled by Jarl Tzir Dromarth, Tzir, a one-eyed and scarred red dragonborn who was adopted on the battlefield by the previous Jarl, and this was corroborated by his squad in the field. At best, he's a noble and fierce leader, heralding the progressive ways of the duchies. And at worst, he's a tyrannical brute with a gang of lackeys to back him up.
Loving the stories.
You share this with the rest of the group?
I do. I'm like, oh, I know this area. Have you heard of the Jarl? And it's like a crazy scarred red dragonborn. And he's like, he's kind of okay, but he's also kind of the worst. And kind of, but not really the worst, but a bit of a brute. He's okay. He's a little grouchy.
Dromarth, the human guy, is who you're talking about?
No, the Jarl he reports to. Like, who he's under.
There's a bigger Jarl?
There's a bigger Jarl.
How many Jarls are there?
There's a lot of Jarls. They're like stacked.
Like a matryoshka.
Jarl upon Jarl.
Let me
Roasting a nesting doll of Jarls.
No. Let me clarify. All right. So, Fet Jarl is like a sub count.
Yeah.
Regular Jarl is like regular count. And Jarl Dromarth is this red dragonborn that we were talking about.
Oh, I had him as a human, pardon.
He was. The previous Jarl was a human. But supposedly, he adopted this red dragonborn on his deathbed in the battlefield.
Yeah, this is like a Dread Pirate Roberts. Got it.
A little bit. And so according to the Red Dragonborn squad, this is what happened, which made the Dragonborn the new Jarl.
But it's a little controversial.
Yeah, there's some rumors that because they're his goons, that who knows?
Yep.
So yeah. But as far as you can tell, Veralt is loyal to this Jarl and does his job trying to take care of his area of the overarching Jarldom, so to speak. So, do you guys settle into the plate? It is a one-room bar/dining area. There's a tarped yard. They're barracks-like lodgings. There is a large curtain that separates the bar/restaurant half of this building, and then beyond that curtain are bunk beds. like three high, several of them.
Mhm.
And
I'll take
if
them
this
both.
is the more posh accommodations, you wonder what's in the barracks.
I will grab a bunk. Wait, are there enough bunks for everybody?
Oh yeah, there's a good handful of these triple deckers. As you guys walk in, Kraz follows you, and a young woman, cute, angular nose, stark black hair, short cut. She welcomes you with a smile and goes, "Kraz, you guys came back. Nice. So soon." And Kraz goes, "Nis, come here. Come here." And as soon as he starts motioning her away, she starts bursting into tears.
Oh. I can't make maps now. Oh.
And Kraz sort of like
It's gonna be a
lets
wet
her
map.
just lean into the shoulder, into the pauldron, and over her head, he's kind of like, "Dink, Dink," and another young man who just dirty, just dirt all over his face. You're like, are you trying to make a statement? Are you trying to offend somebody? Like, no, it's just grimy.
Should
He
we call him
comes-
soap because he needs it most?
right? And he comes barreling out of the curtains, and he looks over and he sees Nis crying, and he like points, he like glares at you, and Kraz goes, "No, serve them, go," and he like leads Nis out of the building, and Dink looks up at the rest of you and goes, "Hi, welcome to the Gen Kit. What can I get you?"
Here.
Ale.
Ew.
He scoots behind the counter and he goes, "Watered down ale, got it." And
No.
did you say hot water?
I did.
Okay. He goes, "Hot watered down ale, got it." Okay.
Yep.
I am old enough to be drinking this ale.
And he comes back with several mismatched mugs and cups. And he goes, "Help yourself to the accommodations." What happened?
Land.
Well,
What?
no, please do not
That's a
listen.
scene.
Leans in. He's like,
Um,
I mean, that's pretty much how Karvis describes it. She's like, there was this, there was this, there was this, there was a lot of this.
Mm-mm.
so there were bullets, and there were two, and they may have been really friendly to each other, but not to us. And we met up at their demise with this group, and now we are here. And I have never been in this town,
Could you, Dink?
and I am happy to be here.
Dink, was it?
yeah, Dink.
Would you like to give a tour of Gankit?
Oh yeah, sure. Great. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Wait, I need parchment, and I need charcoal, and I need a pencil, and hold on.
Do you
And
have
just-
it right there with you?
I mean, it's in my pack. I just have to dig it all out.
He goes, "Okay, good." And he leans over to the window. He goes, "That's the post, and this is the bar." Gankit.
But is there not
Wow.
more?
I mean, there's some houses, but like a little creepy to be like, "This is so and so's house and so and so's house." You know, I don't.
Is there like a river or maybe like a field or
There's the ditch around the post.
I will take a walk around the ditch, and I will add it to my map.
Careful of the squirrels. Don't twist an ankle.
Rough terrain does not bother me.
All right. But why isn't this correct?
A few of their party didn't make it.
Oh.
In fact, most of their party, mathematically speaking.
He grabs Klesh's drink. And he goes, oh no. And he starts.
Did you know Mrs. Husband well? I'm sure he fought very bravely.
Yeah, no, he was one of the best swordsmen.
Oh, well, there's always a better swordsman, as they used to say in the military.
Karvis frowns at you.
That's not
While
nice.
drinking her ale, she's like,
Nope. Well, where are the rooms?
He sort of gestures with Klesh's cup towards the curtain.
Great.
There you go. Finest accommodations in town. Sip.
do you have meat on bones to eat?
Oh. After your anatomy lesson, I wasn't sure. Okay. Sure. And he downs the rest of Klesh's drink.
Yeah.
Sets it down, and he picks it back up, goes over, refills it,
Yeah.
and then goes into a little pantry, and he pulls out a little rib rack, and he slaps it down. He goes, "Finest in the house. I heard you're on the Fet Jarl's tab, so whatever you want, sip on the house." Well,
Klesh comes back, crestfallen, but trying to look upbeat with a very detailed drawing of a ditch next to the post.
Ribs in half.
That's a very
Sits down
nice.
Uh-huh.
You did a very good job. It's very realistic.
It was a good ditch.
I see the post.
It's
Beautiful.
like I'm there.
Polly
Mhm.
slides her drink over to Klesh.
you see Dink sort of lean out, look out the window, look over at Klesh's drawing. He's like, top to your ditch. And Bane
As
absolutely.
quietly as Klesh can over the cup goes, "This is a very small place."
Polly, was that you gave your drink to Bane or Klesh?
Klesh,
Okay.
I do
All right,
not give alcohol to the dog. She's not that dumb. She's dumb. She's not that dumb.
Pretty dumb.
All right.
But not that dumb.
But not that dumb.
So you will pass the night unimpeded. We've been going for a little bit now. Do you guys want to call it a night, or do you want to keep going?
I'm good with
Good,
whatever
either
you
way.
want to do.
Yeah.
There's so many things happening.
Okay, a little bit more than.
So many
So,
things are just said at the same time.
The next morning there are omelets.
Yes,
They're-
I'm interested in those.
They're very small,
But are there pancakes?
but no,
Well,
but there's
many.
toast, which is kind of like a savory pancake.
Polly is crestfallen.
Is it?
It's a dry pancake.
She's like, I didn't know what I wanted.
It was cooked too long.
Nis appears to have returned to her post behind the bar, but doesn't seem inclined to engage in too much conversation.
I'm gonna project happy thoughts because I can't see people not smiling.
What's the kid's name again?
Flesh.
You find out that he goes by Dink,
Dink. Okay.
but his full name is actually Kalthading Krebjuk.
That's fun.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
Yeah.
This may not be a good time, but I heard
Ooh,
eat pie.
22.
22 on the persuasion check.
Yeah. Project them happy thoughts.
You see tears run unimpeded down her cheek. She seems melancholy, as opposed to just depressed.
Ah,
A little better.
upgrades.
Not what
You
I
see
wanted.
Dink come behind the bar and sort of talk quietly with her, and she like nods vigorously and wipes the tears from her eyes and goes back into the pantry. The rest of you finish up your omelet and your dry pancake toast.
Dry white toast.
Sounds
and fried
delicious
chickens.
when you put it that way.
No honey, no butter, no
Four slices of dry white
jam.
toast, no butter, and one cooked chicken.
You want breasts, honey, or you want legs?
It shouldn't serve pie with your breakfast. It makes you look cheap.
And as you guys finish up and pack up for the day, as you come outside, Jenkit has come out to greet you and see you on your way. An entire dozen of people lined up to see you off.
Yeah, Polly's gonna like Miss America wave.
No autographs. Thank you.
And there's some weeping. You can only guess that they may or may not have been part family to the crew that didn't come back.
If only we could have been there sooner.
Why are you talking like that?
Nope. Like what?
You like how you just were just no the way you talk.
Klesh goes to every person individually and shakes their hands and tells them thank you for allowing me to be in your town and letting me wander around and draw pictures and putting it on my map and all sorts of other things and lots of thank yous.
A few of you hear how that's the most polite, well-dressed, and best-smelling goblin they've ever met. And by the time Klesh is done with all that, Verolt has gifted each of you 10 gold
Oh yeah.
on top of the free room and board for the evening as his sincerest thank you for your assistance in the safe return of the hunting party.
As he is handing me the 10 gold, I will kind of like bend down and just say like, keep it for the widow's fund.
Aww.
He claps your pauldron and he's like, "Will do, absolutely."
Yeah.
And so that pouch goes back into his pack, and as Klesh is finishing up, Ness and Dink come walking out solemnly, and Ness hands you a bundle. It's substantial. It looks like a cylindrical basketball.
Oh, cool. Karvis goes like this, and she just goes,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know what it smells like? You know what it smells like?
What?
Doesn't quite smell like home.
Nice.
But you imagine that they don't put any of those special ingredients that you're so well accustomed to.
Thanks. I take out the pouch that we just got and I hand it to her. I was like, thank you.
And she takes it and sort of is like back at it, and Dink's like, "Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Oh no, it's too kind. Absolutely." And he's like guiding her before she makes any weird choices or starts crying or anything.
Okay.
And he's like, and Veryl sort of sees the exchange and he goes, "It goes without saying, should you be through this neck of the woods again, you're completely welcome, and we again appreciate you."
Well, we'll for sure be back. We gotta play with guns, right?
Pew, pew.
Yep.
Tober,
That's true. You made a promise.
the highest thumbs up.
Did I braid Tolbert's beard?
You
I
may
made
have.
I made a promise. I have to keep it.
Well, it's pretty well braided now. He's much more clean than when you last saw him.
Okay.
But who knows? One day.
The rest of the town looking at me weird? Or was it just the party?
Yeah, it seems to be the party is a weird thing. Like, there's that very polite, good-smelling goblin, and there's the gross-ass tiefling, and
But she smells lovely.
you're not close enough. They don't know.
Oh,
I mean, maybe if you walk by.
yeah.
You know, so it's quite a, you know, if you're pretty sure some of them came out just to gawk.
But not just to me, right?
No, you're just bonus.
No, we're
Okay.
a whole circus.
Me especially. I mean, I, stand out with
You are
my
very pretty.
luscious locks and
You are
Just
so pretty.
handsome.
so handsome.
So handsome.
The
And
hands.
then our 8-foot paladin.
Yep.
Foot, half work.
Just me being me, you know.
My best life.
All I can do.
So yeah, you guys meander down the road once more. The town fills in behind you on the road, waving. You know, it's very
Good luck storming the castle.
season finale. It's really weird. So you guys west, and then you hit a fork in the road. It's a 3-part fork, and it's a very inefficient fork because it goes straight left and right as opposed to off in branches.
That's a trident.
Yes. The sign to the left says Herger's Landing. Forward says Strandbind / Brothklip. And to the right is Hoff Tower.
I look at Klesh.
I will check my maps.
Everyone make perception checks.
Oh, yeah.
22.
22, nice.
12.
Nice.
15.
Good.
0. If possible.
Oh, yeah.
1 with a -1 modifier.
Well
Nice.
done.
Roll again, Hazel.
Roll again.
Yeah.
All right.
I feel like Hazel's like, look at that fucking bird. Look at that
9.
bird.
Which horse are you on? Hazel?
Sebastian, my
Hazel's
beautiful,
on his own
beautiful,
horse.
beautiful horse.
Sebastian keeps trying to go back. And you don't notice initially that everyone's still stopped in front of this sign for a good couple minutes.
How far away does she get from us?
Oh, a little ways away. You have to like shout.
Hazel! Hazel!
Hazel, come back.
Oh,
Can,
all
you
right.
please, can someone please go get Hazel?
So,
I'll
Klesh,
come back.
without any roll, it's fairly apparent you need to go right to Hoff Tower.
Yeah.
'Cause that's where you're going.
Is it?
Yep.
There we go.
I thought we were going to the Odriff Duchy Citadel.
Yes,
Great. Right it
this
is.
because the capital of the Odriff Duchy is Hoff Tower.
Mm.
I knew that.
I had that written down from last time, so I didn't just make that up. So
We go
Yeah.
right.
yeah, you head north finally again, and you ride. It's good, and then from behind you, you hear other riders approaching.
From behind us?
Yes,
So fast they must be.
so yes, shortly after turning north, a squad of cavalry overtake the party. A big blonde house of a woman, no armor, crossbow, morning star, and daggers at her hip, on a beautiful steed. Followed closely behind by one dwarf on a pony, a couple other humans, a half elf. All of them seem to be decked out in the Odref Duchy livery. And she goes, and she says, "Hail, travelers! What is your business in these lands so well armed?"
Yeah. Hey, just heading up to see Fricta. Got a message.
Klesh stands up and goes, "I am a courier,
Mm-hmm.
and I am carrying a message."
She looks down at you and she goes, "Oh, Klesh, welcome back to Odref.
Hi.
You recognize this as Jarl Dinatra Renegring,
Oh,
the right hand, meaning advisor, of Ducha Frekta Odref."
these are my team.
And she
Well,
goes,
I'm part of their team
"Oh,
because Rayldur is our leader right now,
Mhm.
but we are couriering this message.
Correct.
an Atariks crew.
Yes,
That's right.
Crest.
Excellent. Excellent. As you have this exchange, a giant freaking polar bear comes lumbering up to the party, well, rather up to the cavalry squad, and sort of flumps and leans its head against one of the horses. And a raven alights on its head and sort of laughs at you.
Okay.
Ollie is so charmed.
Does Klesh know these animals?
You do not, or you recognize the raven as Sasha. Sasha is the animal companion to a druid named Zhenya.
Oh,
To a druid named what?
Zhenya.
Zhenya.
How's it spelled, Lisa?
Z-E-N J-A. Zhenya. Oh, it's me
And,
from another game.
Jarl Dinatra says, "Sasha, it's not polite to laugh. Please, Zhenya, keep him in line." And you see the polar bear sort of poof, and the raven goes hopping off.
Klesh puts up their arm for the raven.
It comes over to Hopper and stares at your arm.
Are we still not friends?
It starts picking at your pack where it knows there's food.
Okay. And digs it out.
Are these friends of yours?
I know many people being a courier.
You're friends with a bear.
You know this bird?
I know this bird, but I do not know that bear. But I think I do know who the bear is, but they're not a bear.
As you fish out the food, the raven caws at the bear, and the bear sort of shrugs and thumps its head against the horse it's on, and the rider goes, yeah, all right, hold on, and pulls out a copper, and the raven goes and gets the copper and brings it back to you and sets the copper on your hand, and then looks expectantly for the food
Next hand.
and
No.
clips it off.
Ravens are very smart.
Yes.
That's very impressive.
The bear
So are
nods vigorously.
bears, I'm guessing.
I'm impressed.
A bear's riding a horse.
Zhenya is not a bear.
Oh no, he's not riding the horse. It's like leaning
Leaning
against it.
Oh, okay.
Like
I was really impressed.
It's not like
the
the
horse
Russian
is
circus.
suffering it. So Jarl Dinatra's like, well, as we know you're on business and we know you travel with good company, please, continue on. We have to finish our patrol.
Thanks.
It was good to see you again.
You as well, young Klesh.
Let's go.
So they make their way south. Does anyone have knowledge military? Is that a thing? No, it's
Not
not.
that I know of.
No. You could do
Make me a
history.
knowledge history, and all of you get advantage because
Okay.
y'all are members of Atariks group.
Yeah.
I got 14 on both rolls.
Nice.
History?
Ooh. I got a dirty 20 on one of them.
My
15.
good roll was a 10.
You get advantage. You get to roll twice. So between the lot of you, since there was enough high rolls to
6.
to come out of it, you realize that a standard patrol is from the tower to the western border, south to the Seal River, east to Herger's Landing, and then north up the road back to the tower. But you imagine they still needed to check on Herger's, which is why they headed south again. So
Got
as you come up the road a ways, near the end of the day, there in your view is Hoff Tower. It's a large, imposing granite edifice, beautiful yet terrifying to consider laying siege to. 3 smaller towers surround the main, with a low marble wall at the end of a span of other fortifications surrounding the towers in town. A short network of spans cross the gaps that are moats with cavalry spikes and engine brakes. Simple wood and rope, easily destroyed or set fire to, anchored to what are likely more engine brakes made of granite like the tower. Traffic runs in and out of this path from the fields surrounding or destinations farther out, seemingly without need for paperwork or ID of some sort. There are 2 guards at the first checkpoint outside of this series of fortifications. A bright standard which lazily slaps in the breeze nearby. A very functional looking blade at the top of it, that of Hoff Tower. Oh, sorry, the banner is of Hoff Tower, but with a purple fringe at the bottom. The 2 sentries hold up their hands to stop you as you approach. The one on your left has a bright red top knot that spills from her helm, but is otherwise smooth and chrome. The helm. Long daggers stick from her boots, and a short bow and butt quiver sit behind her.
Mm-hmm.
The person accompanying her, another woman, spiked dark helm with forward jutting horns, dual hammer picks on her hips, a compound bow and quiver on her back, matching black armor, scale, but otherwise plain. She leans on a black wood polearm, a mix between a stout guzarm and a hooked bearded halberd. The one with the long knives says, "Halt! What's your business?"
Yeah, well, you are well armed. That's great. Love that. We're here to see Fricta.
The 2 of them exchange a glance.
We have a message.
Klesh holds up their couriers crest again.
Klesh, go ahead and roll me a. Yeah, go ahead and roll me another history. Advantage.
I don't have any int.
That's why I'm giving you advantage.
14 again.
You know this person. This is Greta.
Oh! Hi, Greta.
And she goes, "Oh, Klesh." She says, "Friends of yours, of course, are always welcome here. I am Greta.
Them all.
I am Greta Heldron, banner matron. You know that the banner in the ground next to them is actually her weapon. Like, she fucks shit up with it. It's pretty great. So the other person you guess who is like the sergeant, since Greta seems to defer to her, they sort of exchange another wordless nod, and the silent one sort of turns around and starts walking up into the keep, and Greta turns and whistles up a couple short bursts. The guard farther up the path, to guards farther up the path, Greta says to follow the sergeant, you guess, as a domino of guards replace the last. So one of the guards from the next checkpoint comes in and takes the sergeant's place. From gate to edge of field, from demi tower to gate, from main tower to demi, from a drill yard to the main tower, as you guys follow this black armored badass up into the keep.
Thanks, Greta.
She waves, happily at you. As you guys walk,
I know.
the sergeant sort of the horns of the helm sort of cant to the left to address you as you move along. She's like, "How was your travel?"
Eventful, but quick.
Oh,
Have you ever seen land sharks mate?
she stops. And she goes, "Thankfully, no.
It's horrific
Did that happen?"
and dangerous.
Yes, very.
Yes.
We often find the carcass of one of them.
Yes.
Oh my.
I did not draw it.
And she keeps walking, leading you, and she's like, "Where did this happen?"
Just
what
before
was
the name
on
of
the
the
road? On the road before.
Between Genkit and
Yeah.
and where did you stop?
I would just. Oh no, we stopped in Genkit.
Docklook.
Yeah, I was gonna say very close to Genkit. So on the way to Genkit is what I would tell her.
She nods as if processing this and storing it. Wow, that's quite an encounter.
Genkit is a very small town, and there was not a lot to draw.
Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear.
You drew a really good ditch, though.
Great ditch.
Thank
Such
you.
a good ditch.
Great ditch and a great post.
Yes, the
Quality.
post
I stared at it for a long time.
Quality ditch.
Throw the ditch.
I'll be sure to check it out sometime. No other news from the road?
They lost 5 people in Genkit
Oh,
due to land sharks.
oh, I will definitely make it a priority to visit then.
That's it.
But otherwise, the road up this way is rather torn apart. The cobbles are all gone.
Outside of Genkit?
Yes.
Noted. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're
As you
welcome.
enter the main tower, what was that?
Nothing.
All right. Inside the main tower is a marshalling hall. Pristine, with one chair slightly taller than the others at a table on the far left wall. A trio of people stand over the end of this table, looking over maps and scrolls. One woman with a short brunette asymmetrical cut. A few of you may know that is Squire Veronica Cantel. Veronica with a K. There is also a salt and pepper dwarf on a step stool. A couple of you may know him as Harold Delroar Steadygrasp, or Polkrig, if you want the original Dwarven. And an older ox of a man, scarred, with boiled spiked leather gloves hanging off of his belt. You can tell he's scarred because he's shirtless, and oh damn. You know this as Fet Jarl Franz Lily.
Lily.
Yeah, he's a Fet Jarl. What you gonna do about it? And so those of you familiar with this hierarchy would would realize that as Fet Jarl, in theory, he would be in charge of the town and its direct surrounding area. Jarl Granada? Is that what I named her? I remember. Denatra would be the over-Jarl of the larger area, and all of them would then report to the Duchess, who makes this her seat.
And Jarl Dematra is different than Drumarth?
Yes.
Because we're in a different area.
Yeah. You crossed over into her Jarldom.
Okay.
All three of these august individuals stand and salute as Duchess Frekta doffs her helm and addresses you. She goes, "Thank you so much for the intel. Klesh, you knew this, but didn't think it was relevant at the moment."
Mm-mm.
And she says, "I thank you for the intel."
Always.
Yeah. She says, "Delroy, we need to check on the roads between Gekit and Docklook, and it sounds like Gekit could use some reinforcements at the very least." And Delroy nods his head, looks over at Squire Veronica, and Squire Veronica makes her way out of the tower, which leaves Duchess Frekta, Fet Jarl Lily, and the dwarf Delroy. She goes, "So you have a message for me, young Klesh?"
I do not have it on me, but Rayldur does.
I will hand her the little pouch and give a little bow.
She goes, "Thank you very much. I assume all of you are members of Atariks crew?"
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
Yes.
Boof. And she goes, "What's his rank?" Boof.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
And she opens up the pouch, and she's like, "Oh, is this for Maya's only sort of thing, or?"
We were simply instructed to give it to you and not open it until we got to you, which by definition implies that we could open it in your presence ourselves, really, but that seems weird. So, no?
She goes, "Looks and brains. Excellent."
I think
Wink.
she's with you.
And she sort of,
Yeah?
she undoes it and sort of unscrolls it in front of herself, her gauntlets sort of gleaming against the marble, and she sort of cocks her head like it reads weird. And she goes, "Okay." She rolls it back up. She goes, "If you are able, I would send a reply back with you tomorrow."
Sure. We got nothing going on. And it would be fun to stop by Genkit again for, Polly.
Oh?
Yep.
Are there any changes to the duchy?
Not currently, no.
Okay.
We'll let you know, though. She looks over and she's like, she looks over at Lily, and she goes, "Franz, perhaps you can accompany them tomorrow out to Genkit in my stead, since I don't think I'll be able to get out there for a few days." And he's like, "Of course." And he's, let's see here. He's like, "I can also show you where to stay."
Great.
Yeah.
I know where to stay.
He goes,
I'm happy to show us.
he goes, well, yeah, you can stay where you like, or you can stay where I show you.
We shall go where you take us.
You make decision then, yeah.
Great.
He seems so excited. Be sad not to.
Look at him, he's so happy.
He's so happy.
I do like it when people are smiling.
Aw.
Stares at Rayldur.
I am so happy all the time.
Delroy has come over next to Frekta with his stool, and Frekta sort of nods at the crew of you as well as Lily, and she's like, thank you very much. I will have Lily here collect you tomorrow to hand off my reply. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Please enjoy Hoff. And she turns, and almost as if he was prepped for it, Delroy's stool goes down, and he's on it next to her right away as he sort of leans, as she moves it over so they can both see it.
Do we read the letter? Even?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so Lily goes, come.
I follow him out.
Yep.
And so there, we'll call it for the night.
There's Jarl business to attend to.
Jarl business. Jarl.
It's an A Jarl conversation. Jarl can see your way out of it.
Ah.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Unsubscribe.
Hit that bell.
Excellent. Thanks for joining in this session. Any questions or other business you guys want to get to before we call it a night?
Should we introduce ourselves before each session?
Yeah, probably.
Oh.
I was just sort of jumping in on it, but I can cut this in at the beginning, so that's fine.